If the revolution had happened, we would not be calling for a referendum today. Because the people who want to secede from Nigeria, people have been denied justice for so many years. And what the revolution does first is to address monumental historical injustices. That is why France is still together today. It's the reason why Cuba is still together today. It's why America is flourishing as one of the biggest nations in the world. It's the same way China, as a country that had revolution, is what it is today. Every country that you see who are still together, despite their differences and diversity, come together because people who have grudges are able to express them by way of this fundamental change we call revolution. The people who are calling for revolution, go and look at our demands. We want to resolve all of these issues. But people who are against the revolution wants to keep the status quo ante in place. That is the reason why we are still. So, had we succeeded in 2019, you and everybody else would be happier today. This country would have been a place of light as opposed to darkness.
But why are you not exploring democratic means?
Yes, when we are talking about democracy, is it not the wishes of the majority? Absolutely. If the majority wants change, you cannot limit their desires and aspirations to a ballot box that already been compromised.
There's another process. Yes. They're talking about referendum.
Yes, exactly. Those people who are, let me just address that quickly. Those people who are calling for a referendum are also calling for a revolution. Because there's no referendum. No, there's no referendum in Nigeria, the so-called constitution. In fact, were these guys who are calling for referendum to be sure, they would have been detained by the DSS today.
They were arrested.
Yes, they would have arrested them. They would have said that they are trying to break up the country. Because typically, if your referendum succeeds and the Southwesterners say they are leaving, what do? You can't stop them. If the Southwesterners who have already almost completely left say they are leaving, what would you do? You would have broken up the Nigeria that you so much like to be united under any circumstances.